I gotta say this, man, because this is what I was thinking about. Let me put in my AirPods right quick, because I just gotta say this. Now, look, this all I was thinking about, bro. Now, look, and you know how Gucci is. If he coming with a motherfucking, if Gucci coming with a motherfucking cameraman, right? Think about.
Let me let this shit connect. But I just gotta say this, man. Think about who Gucci even came with when he did the shit, dog. That's all I'm saying. Like Gucci came with. Let me turn this Madden off in the background. But listen, this is what I'm saying. Gucci came to the shit not icy at all, right? But he came with a cameraman. Everybody know Gucci like the most flamboyant motherfucker when it come to ice. His first shit was called So Icy Records. That's how much ice Gucci just represent as a human being. So for him to come like ice, that already made me feel like Gucci knew that that shit was finna happen. Not only that, but the fact of who he came with. So look, when Gucci came, he came with a police officer that was just off duty. That he knew if anything went down, then he would have to report that. That's moving a step ahead, and that's smart on the behalf of Gucci because you got to think like if anybody see this dude in a right state of mind, there ain't no dumbass Pooh shiesty ass motherfucker. They gonna just automatically not go with their move because they on fucking probation and they can't even hold a gun. So they just wouldn't have did it. So he didn't need a big entourage and be moving 40 deep. This is something him and his wife strategically planned for him to go there like that. Like, oh no, don't wear this, don't wear that, because you know dog on that bullshit. And what you gotta understand is the deeper plot of all this shit, bro. This is what niggas gotta understand. This is why I went live. You gotta know Gotti the one that set him up on this mission. That's why Pooh Shiesty it didn't register to him that this was an undercover cop that could have did this shit because that was never a part of the plan when they discussed this shit. Okay, so when Gotti initially came to Pooh Shiesty, he came to that nigga like a strategist. Because what you gotta know is if all right, say he didn't come with the undercover cop. Gucci can't even report this robbery because then his whole career is over because then it's like he got robbed. You get what I'm saying? The only reason why this shit got talked about was because of the stipulations with the cop. If it was never a cop there, we would have never knew about this shit. Gucci just would have replaced that petty ass jewelry he lost. You see, he didn't bring none of his real jewelry. Everything would have been kosher. Everything would have been cool. He probably would have got out the contract. He probably would have been able to go to Gotti. That's why initially they were saying he signed with Gotti because you got to think like they really thought that this shit was gonna work. They probably not initially think they stupid as fuck. They just some goons. They just niggas just willing to do it. They not the smart niggas. They just the niggas that would actually do some shit like this. So I'm just saying that to say, all right. So you got that. Boom. Now they thinking like, all right, we finna get down. This is the best plan ever. Cause what Gucci gonna do is he gonna tell his entourage, hey, listen. Y'all niggas can't say shit about this shit. I'm gonna take care of this shit. I'm gonna slide back on Pooh Shiesty. I'm gonna get on his ass. And see, what you gotta understand is that was probably the initial intent of what was supposed to happen. But you know, Pooh Shiesty probably hiding like a motherfucker. They can't get up with him. Now he at the halfway house because he's smart as fuck. Because Gucci can't slide on no fucking halfway house. It's probably under 24-hour surveillance. You know what I'm saying? So now he in the crib just playing the game like a hoe ass nigga after he done just robbed a nigga for his chain. Gucci probably got sick of that shit. He probably got impatient. He probably was like, man, fuck that, cuz. Man, go on with your move, fam. Cause you know, dog, he unless he was gonna pay that nigga off was to where he ain't have to work for the rest of his life, that nigga was gonna tell, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was the perfect storm, bro. Gucci can't be running around here with no 100,000 niggas, man. That nigga had one nigga that made sense. And Pooh Shiesty so fucking dumb, bro. The reason why I say Pooh Shiesty dumb as fuck is just because nigga, y'all could have beat his ass. First of all, Y'all could have just simply put hands on that nigga. It was what, nine of y'all? It's a couple of them. Y'all could have really just put hands on these niggas, first of all. I just want to start there. Cause it would have had the same impact if y'all would have beat the fuck up out of Gucci and, took his jury. None of this shit would have happened. Cause this shit would have had to be reported because it just would have been an ass whooping. And even if they did report it, you wouldn't be about to get cooked for 30 fucking nigga, you finna do so much time. Nigga, they can't let you out. Nigga, as a service to the community, they cannot let you out, bro. Cause you just did this shit. And you was on camera doing this shit. They gave you a break. Now they gotta slam you this time before they let you back out into society. Just as a duty to society. Because if they give you 10 years, let's say they give you 5 years. Say you luck up, you get 5 years. Bro, if you get 5 years, we know you finna do this shit again. Like I feel like I know you would do this shit again. So if they give you 10 years, I feel like you probably still would do it again just because you already did 10 years. So I feel like you would do it again. But if they gave you like 15 years, I mean, you kind of get into that threshold, and maybe you would have wise, maybe because 15 years. But it's like, all right, they're gonna give you 15, they might as well just give you 20. Facts. And then it ain't gonna be no second doubt. Then I feel comfortable with you back in society after 20 years. You know what I'm saying? But still not really. So they might give you 30. You could get life, you dumbass. Nigga, your points finna be hot in a bitch with all them enhancements they finna put on your ass. You moving guns across the state lines. You doing a bunch of stupid shit, bro. Come on, man. That was dumb as fuck, man.